What's up guys, Nick and Adam in the unit again, back on another van video. So today's video you will see things like this and some of this.
Oh no.
Oh no, step bro. To be fair, your mom did say she was coming down to the unit later anyway.
And some of this. Maybe a little bit of this. So from the previous video, I have fixed the problem with the back doors. So it was, as people shouted out, the pins joints. So these aren't meant to lift up and down. Oh, that's a bad camera angle. These aren't meant to do this. So from when this was shut in, that was loud. This back door here was catching on there. But if I do this, haha. Yes, they are galv. Might get them sprayed, but really, I think that's. I think it's a feature, don't you, Adam? Say yes.
Yeah, I'm just trying not to drop one.
Oh, fair enough. Adam's just switching over. So Velocity sent Adam the prototype ages ago of the BP 5.0, so the stealth backpack. Give it a go, used it to death. It was the prototype, hence why the light fell out and everything like that. So he was the first one in the UK to have one. So congratulations with that, Adam. You're obviously going somewhere in life. He's switching over to the 6.5 PB bag for a bit. He wants to try out. I've got a couple spare lying around that we've sort of used and switched and jumped between different things. So Adam is loading that out, going to give that a go. But we do have a new one that I will be doing a video on soon, the BP 500. So this is the finished model of that one. You might see dotted around from all the videos of my bags that I have created with Velocity. I finally have the finished product. And from when this video goes out, they should be landing within 7 weeks in the UK and will be up for sale for pre-order. I want to say, I mean, I've not spoken about this, but I want to say within 4 or 5 week period, hopefully. But this is the finished product. I can't show it off too much yet. You can see it from a distance. This will be called the NB100. Nick Bundy, Nicholas Bundy, whatever you want to call it. I've made this pretty much for a second fix bag slash pull out bag slash a little bit of testing bag. You know, you could own 3 of them and have them set up for different things. It's up to you. But back onto the van. So I want to make a bulkhead. And the reason I want to make a bulkhead is one, security to start with, because I'm in the process of trying to sort out some locks for all this sort of stuff. One, security. If all your stuff's in the back, then someone could put through the window, climb through, steal your stuff. Simple as that. 2, safety. Safety reasons. So if you're ever taking your driving lessons or your driving course or whatever, the people that are in the back or the tools or any materials you have in the back, if you then hit a dead stop, you come into a crash, the stuff behind is going to clout you in the back of the head, take your head off, make you go through the windscreen, put a hole in the back of your head.
It's going to hurt.
It's going to hurt. It's going to kill you in some circumstances. So the reason we have bulkheads installed is to prevent anything hitting you in the back of the head, go through the windscreen, creating damage or hurting someone, that sort of stuff. A lot of people said try and buy a bulkhead. I've just had a look around. I'm trying not to spend too much money on this van. So what we've done is probably the more expensive thing and bought a massive sheet of 18mm ply. The 18mm ply, I'll be happy that it will stop most of the thing coming through the back, other than if Adam was to put a bowling ball in the back and we would crash 60 miles an hour into a wall. But that's going to be our first challenge. So we've got B&Q to cut it down to a reasonable size for the distance. So we're going to be bowling it off from here all the way around, across the top lip and down. I will be sticking some lights in here a bit better so you can see. Then we're going to spray it black, but then once that's in place, we will then need to cut a slot because the passenger seat sits at a stupid angle like that. So I'll need to cut it out where we can allow this, a small enough gap for the seat to sit through, but then not a big enough gap for someone to physically climb through into the back if they wanted to. My dad used to have one of these Ford Transit Connects. I can't quite remember. I think this was an 08 plate, I think, or 12 plate. I don't know. And he had sort of high roof one, and they had like a cage, and the bulkhead on the cage actually bends around this seat, and it allows you to actually open it and close it so you can put storage through here. So we will be cutting a few 4-inch holes, maybe 32mm holes, whatever we can decide through. So if you want to put some pipe work through or anything like that, fold the seat down, you can still do that. I'm waiting from Amazon for brackets to turn up. So my old my old Rhino tube that I had off my previous van is still up there somewhere. That's going to be bolted on. And maybe a few other little things we're going to do on this video. So stay tuned and wish us luck with measurements.
As some people might know, the lighter fell down again. Trying to get a measurement from here to here is fine, But as the bodywork goes up and it's twists and it changes and everything, it's never simple. You can't just measure the bottom and measure the middle and measure the top, because it doesn't work that way on a piece of wood. So my ingenious invention is, laser is out. I did it in the middle of, it's not quite centre of the van, but it's centre of the back of the van that I need it to work to. So we laser that across, that'll allow me, so when I'm getting a measurement in here, let's say, and I've not put the laser in the van because when I sit in it, it will wobble, so that's why it's on the seat. As when I want to get a measurement for here, I can just look on the tape, and it'll tell me the measurement I need from the centre line. So from the centre line, I've measured the centre of my ply. That is how I'm going to sort of try and scribe and jig my way all around it. Isn't that right, Adam?
Yeah. I have a feeling we're going to go through a few bits of ply.
I hope not, because it was expensive. So the first base, that from the bottom of the bottom is 150, which I got that to cut to 149, just in for a little bit of wiggle room.
You know what they say? Measure
What?
twice, cut once.
You cut 3 times and measure once, so pipe down, pop it. So I think what I will do, we've got the measure for the bottom, we will then measure off the tape. So obviously we've got floors a bit different height here, but we'll measure sort of 12, that's 12 inches, isn't it, Adam?
A bit generous there, mate.
40, I don't want to fire off, I was even trying to joke as well. So we're going to try and work up to where it starts to bend off, which is about here. We'll get the measurement from the base of the floor to here, measure it with the laser from both sides, get a jig out, and then we'll start just stepping up by a couple of inches each time until we get to the top on the big curved bit, because this bit's going to be a bit fun to get around as well. Right, so we're going to go up 21 inches across. Right, what's the distance? Oh, Lord. 21 inches is, yeah, that seems about right there. So it's the curvature starts around about 2 foot. So if I get the 2 foot mark, let's see if my ingenious plan is going to work. So if I stick that to that, that is now at 75, which is further out than my actual wood, which is there. Cool, right, we won't go to that bit. We think, Adam's just done this, so if it goes wrong, it's,
right.
yeah. Same thing the other side, and then it's just going to be a trial and error thing, but all we're doing is using the centre line.
Trial and error.
It's
Trial or trip to B&Q error.
yeah. We've got another piece of wood, but it's not quite big enough. Yeah, measure off the centre line that we've done, transfer the measurements across. So
Let's just say that.
we're going to try sparks, not carpenters, chippies, whatever. This side, I think we did pretty well at. This side, just went for it. So, yeah, I'll try. Let's get a bit of sanding in there as well. It's going to work first time. It's not a waste of £45 at all.
It wasn't that much, is it?
Yeah, £45 for a sheet of 18 mil.
Why don't you just put it in the back of it?
Why don't you?
Look, like, big double door on it, and the side's going to be the smallest door.
Someone made them doors really small on the side. I don't know who it was. All right, let's go this way. That would be very helpful. Oh, yeah, so your side goes around to the right. Huh.
You got it?
Absolutely.
You're going to hit the lights. 2 seconds.
That's right, they'll bend over. There we go.
We've gone over.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we could just bolt this in the way it is. Let me, that far side, because I can see here, that looks like quite good over there.
Look at this, guys. Beautiful. A little bit shy this side, but that's fine. What we're going to do now that's in place roughly, is the sides, everything will be self-tapped through, and all at the top where it sits on the top bracket. This side I had a bit of this metal skirting bracket left, so we'll bolt that down, screw it to that side, so it will stop the bottom from flexing, make it a bit more of a cubby hole in here, and then once we sort of got that in place, I can push the seat back, draw around the seat as best as we can, cut a hole, put it all out, spray it black with £100 worth of spray paint. I've got a box behind me there somewhere. Yeah, Amazon special. And so far so good. Happy with that. And it's nice and square. The door was shut properly. And I've just had a message, fingers crossed hopefully, the guy local to me that did the deadlocks on my big van is going to fit these on this van as well, and we can record it, hopefully in a little bit. Adam's held that back. We've sort of got the square across there, and then if I lean...
Yeah, I'll just lean this back there.
We've drawn around the seat to where we think it is, so we're going to get all that cut out, jigsaw that out, place it back in.
We'll just be like, we'll just be 4'4".
4'4". Yeah, so
Just
for
like this.
little people, let's say we got CGR or plumber parts or whoever in here, that'd fit nicely. But when you've got people over 6 foot like me and Ad, if Ad was to get hit from behind, Adam must be hit from behind, he would smash his head completely on the bulkhead. So we need to raise the headrest up, don't we? So, I mean, if you get hit from behind anyway, I mean, whoa! But if you smash your head on an 18mm bit of ply, that's going to do some damage itself, innit? When you get hit from behind. And voila, Adam, would you please demonstrate for us getting hit from behind? Ready?
Slouching over his slouch.
Delicious. So no one over 6 foot. Well, you're 6 foot. I won't be sitting there anyway, so it's fine. Obviously, to be completely honest, someone would probably have to climb through the back of that. We were just having this discussion. The whole reason for the safety stuff, we can stick an alarm in this, up out of the way. If people want to get in, break into the van, like we've said before, this is just a thin bit of metal. We've seen people just cut holes in the top and whatnot, but this is then going to protect the stuff from show in the back. We're going to spray this side black, and Adam, so we're going to give this a nice little burnt wood effect. You excited? Because I am.
Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah, bit of feature. Should we engrave our names in the front of it as well? Absolutely.
Don't put Batman over it.
No, I thought about it, but I already get enough stick for that. I like Batman, but like I sort of went with it from you guys picking up on me wearing a Batman hat. I just had a Batman hat. I wasn't a massive fan. Much prefer Marvel. Sorry, guys. Right, we'll get this out. We'll give that spray. We'll get that fixed back, and then we'll see what the lock guy is saying. BEA, beautiful. Right, we're blacked up that side. We're burnt up that side. And let's get it in, bro. Adam's just stuck the lights back up, so let's have a look at this in, and then we can get some self-tappers in it. No swearing, please.
Oh, you've recorded?
Yes, look, the camera's just there. Hello. Oh. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Kick this in. Kick the bottom end in. See it up. We're in. Solid. And it's obviously safer, isn't it, Mr. Dunlop, than having no bulkhead. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I could fit through that. Yeah, I can't even make like a fat joke. You could fit through it. I could fit through it. But go on, should we have a go? You go in here, and I want you to climb through. Let's show the viewers. Do you ever see this van round? Please don't climb through this bit. If you stay like that.
I know.
Oh, no step, bro. To be fair, your mum did say she was coming down to the unit later anyway. Just reminded me, so that's fine. It'll let me down. He can't make it today, so we're going to put it in this video or another video. The Rhino Tube stuff hasn't turned up, so the next time you see us, which will be another day, will be the same video. We'll get the rest of the stuff done. Right, another day, another dollar, and all that jazz. They finally turned up. So from having my old van to my new van, Rhino Products, not Rhino Trade Insurance, sent me one of their new Rhino tubes, the tube racks that go on top of the van. But they sent me the Pro, and I had bought an original one a while ago, one of the first ones out. That's been sat in the unit, well, it was actually sat in my front garden for a long period of time because I'm a bit funny about these things. They didn't match. Obviously, one's newer than the other, there's different ends, and I didn't want them both on the van. Just go with it, that's just the way I am. And in the process of taking it and leaving it on the front garden to then it coming here, I lost the brackets to hold it onto the van. So I went on Amazon, a company called Auto Rack. I think they're about 15, 20 quid, something like that. Are like aftermarket brackets. I didn't really go through Rhino, to be honest, because it's one of them. Amazon, next day delivery and all that. So they were going to try and get them on the roof today, but my issue is Adam and I both put it all the way up there on top of the scaffolding at the back end of the unit. 3 meter length, it is quite heavy. I do always have a bad back. So it's going to be interesting to get that on the front. We'll get this bolted on, we'll get some footage of that. I'm still waiting for the locksmith guy, so that will be on the next part of the video, so just hang around for a bit longer. So that's where the rhino tube is, all the way up there. And would you look at that? So, stickers on here. Gasman from Cornwall, CGR, Artisan, before he overtook me. J-Beck, Old Gifford, Clifford the Dog, Macon and McNabb Limited, Fuse Box, Unilite. Let's transfer you across. Alright, which way do I want it? Let's do it this way. God, it needs a wash. 100% it needs a wash. My one on my van is on the right hand side, but sometimes it is annoying because my back right hand door opens the same as this one. So I'm going to try and stick it on this one on the left. And then with these brackets, what you've got to do, sorry, you're very tall, slots here, there's a slot under here, we'll slide them on, they will then hold on. And the proper Rhino ones have like the moulded plastic bracket that clips around, obviously these don't, so hey ho. Brackets, undo the bolts, keep the washers, standard, everything goes in your mouth, doesn't it? Oh God, let's go home. And these with this little slot, they literally go in there, say bye-bye. Probably would be easier if I'd done this from the other side as well. And then slide them to where you want them above each roof rack, and then we can put the bolts on underneath. Whoop. These two will go down there, one either side. And then we need to position really the Rhino tube close to the edge as possible to allow the bracket to sit underneath past these guards. Right, just chuck everything into that. Bracket on. Washer. Nut. Right, so this is what happens when you use an angle grinder and you don't wear glasses. Stupidly, I tried to grind the bolts down because my socket set didn't fit, and then looked at it and it just flicked loads of sparks in my eye, so this should be fun for everyone, won't it? Oh, this is gonna suck. I don't even know if I can put this on YouTube. Oh. That was horrible. No, still scratchy. Should we try it again? And there we go, guys. It's on. Because it's obviously a smaller van than mine, it looks absolutely enormous, but that will help massively within this van because of the length of it. My obviously van, we can put a little hatch up and pass us through. Even with a passenger in, you can get 3 metre lengths in. These smaller vans you can't. We utilise the roof rack, we'll reuse that. Right, the guy doing the locksmith stuff on the van has let me down like 3 times now, so I'm just going to do it myself, but he won't be part of this video. But what is going to be part of this video is me now taking this tyre off, wandering it down the road, getting him to put a new wheel on it, tyre on it, sorry, and figuring out why it keeps going flat, because I pumped this up 3 times now and this keeps happening. So got my little jack, put it on the support, let's whiz it round and round and round and round and round, because I did have a proper car jack somewhere, which was my dad's, that was obviously left to me, and I don't know where it's gone. Adam? Adam's just about to buy himself a GoPro and actually take YouTube seriously.
Bit too easy, wasn't it? Right, we're on. It's off the floor. I'm not going to try and tell anyone what to do, but if you're having to take a wheel off, leave a bit of pressure on the wheel itself to undo the bolts. Well, undo the proper tightness of the bolts. And it'll stop the wheel from spinning when you raise it up, and you can just pull it off nicely. Excuse me? Yeah. Right, let's see why this keeps going flat. I can't see a great deal wrong with it, guys. Yeah, there's a stone in there. We'll take it around the corner, get them to have a look at it, see what's going on, and worst case scenario, we'll just switch it over so this is nice and safe. Right, here, guys. The gentleman said he'd fix it for free. That's really kind of him. I'm joking. It's very fishy. Yeah, we're just going to have a look what's wrong with it, and if not, some people have never seen a tyre been taken off before, have they?
Yeah, probably not.
You get people like me just come in here and just stand next to the entire time. Every time, don't I? Just come in, just stand. It's nice to watch, though, isn't it? Sorry.
So the last video you moaned about people watching you at work.
Yeah, did you? This is different. This is educational. Is it just full of rust, is it? Do you get that very often?
Yeah, on steel whip, yeah.
Ah, that's probably why I've never seen it. Just old. Chucking it, Adam can have that. You have one rope swing in your garden, mate?
Yeah, yeah.
Sweet ass. Right, I'm going to pay the guys. Thanks, mate. Looks like Adam's had a great time when he's moving the tyre. All this stuff on it. I'm going to go and borrow the mechanic's torque wrench in a little bit. I'll calm down from them, keep parking outside.
Well, yeah, let's move my knee on that.
Yeah, I'll put your fingers under here a second. I want to show you something. It's a magic trick. So strong. Right, let's go on a road trip into a rocket ship. Oh, go on, mate. You crack on with that.
Thanks, you let me put this on.
Yeah, because it's oily. Be careful, because this might be your van. Wink, wink. So everybody, still, I'm not going to give you the answer. Let me know your thoughts on what's happening with the van. Who's it for? We're bringing someone else on board. Am I going to do Demolition Derby it? Oh God, how cool. Should we buy a van just to do Demolition Derby? Absolutely. We'll leave it here. Next video on the van, we're going to do some racking on the inside. I should have a van vault turning up. Fingers crossed from Jamie, and we can give it a good clean. So I'll see you in the next one. Take care now. Bye bye then.
Bye.
Nah!